Stinger, Operation Cyclone, a Cold War adventure with Rick Fontaine, Book 2. Written by Bill Fortin. Narrated by D.C. Newman. Author's Note. Many people forget that during our respective histories with Korea, Vietnam, and Afghanistan, there was another theater of conflict taking place, an almost bloodless combat, a mental combat, but combat nonetheless. The Cold War, sustained mainly on the European landmass, was fought silently for well over 40 years. On Christmas Day in 1979, the Soviet Union decided to try their hand at genocide in Afghanistan. This attempt at invasion would fail in a full retreat in February 1989. Some historians say that the proverbial beating of their feet back across the Amu Daruya River, utilizing the infamous Friendship Bridge, signaled the end of the Cold War. I, for one, did not believe this to be the case, and since 2014, neither of the people living in the Ukraine. Prologue. Early 1960s. Copper mine. Ukraine, Soviet Union. Alexei Gregory Listovich, Russian economist and politician, marched purposefully along the passageway. Listovich was deep in thought about what had just transpired. The lights in the passage were spaced few and far between. The sound of dripping water was constant. The noise that his feet generated, a crushing sound, made him nervous. The meeting had been a complete failure. However, he allowed a brief expression of relief to cross his face as the fresh night air made its way through the tunnel and touched him. The relief was based on the fact that the men he had just met with were more hospitable than they might have been. They would have killed him, but shooting the messenger was not in their collective nature. If they killed the messenger, the government would never know what they were thinking and feeling. Listovich found the main tunnel and followed the rail system embedded in the rock floor. He walked around several of the ore carriages that were bunched together near the mine's main entrance. Most of these wagons were overflowing with chunks of rock that would hopefully contain enough copper to warrant a collection effort. Listovich stepped out into the cold night. He stood for a moment staring down at the buildings below. The waiting Mark I Chaka, a black four-door luxury Gaz M13, was parked between the main security hut and the larger construction trailers scattered around the yard. The vehicle, its motor idling, was converting its exhaust into a thick condensate.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?